Hello, welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. We are so honored that you are with us today as we answer the age-old question, should you pay extra to have your tax prep taken out of your tax return? We'll take a look at that in just a second. Just want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you're always up to date when we post new content and new podcasts. You can also check us out all over social media. Just follow us, like us. Hashtag, well, I don't know, whatever you guys do. Just look for the College Investor. Pretty much anywhere you are on social media is where we are too. We'd love to get to know you and help you along in your money journey. You can also check out thecollegeinvestor.com for this article and resources and all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so let's get to it. While we all do have to pay our taxes, not everybody wants to handle the prepping of their tax return. Myself included, I don't want to do that. So that's when working with a reputable tax preparation service can help you. Although the help of a competent tax prep service can make your life easier and potentially lead to savings on your tax bill, paying for your tax prep services up front can feel like a hit to your wallet. Yeah, it does. So if you don't want to pay up front for your tax prep services, one option is to allow the company to take your tax prep fees out of your refund. Today, we explore when it makes sense to pay for tax prep services and then the logistics of paying. Why pay for tax prep services? All right, so before we discuss how to do this, let's explore whether or not you should even do it at all. It's possible to file your taxes without any assistance or hire a competent pro to complete your taxes for you. So today, we'll take a look at when it makes sense to work with a tax prep service and when it doesn't. Who should consider a tax preparation service? Although, yes, there are many people who opt for a DIY approach to taxes, wading into the tax code isn't an efficient option for a whole lot of people. Tax filing can be a relatively complex process, you think, depending on your situation. Even for those with a fairly straightforward situation, going it alone could mean accidentally missing out on some savings somewhere buried in the mountain of tax code. Here are some situations when hiring a tax prep service does make sense. You dread tax time. I don't know who doesn't dread tax time, but still. If tax season often comes with procrastination and a sense of dread as you work up to dealing with your documents, outsourcing this uncomfortable tax to a professional can help tremendously. It does for me. You have a complex tax situation like I do, multiple streams of income, a side hustle, real estate investments, educational expenses, and more. Yeah, all those can add up to a complicated tax situation. Generally, it's kind of helpful to hire a pro to work through all those details. You want to optimize your tax return. When you can file on your own, you definitely can. You might miss out on some details of the tax code that could lead to savings. So the right professional will at least help you find all of your deductions and credits that you might qualify for, which more than pays for their services. But generally, taxpayers with multiple streams of income, a business of any kind, substantial assets, or just some unusual income situations can benefit from working with a tax professional. So who should consider a DIY, though, option? A lot of taxpayers do benefit from working with a pro to prepare their returns, but in some cases, opting for DIY just makes sense. So let's take a look at some situations when a DIY tax option is going to make sense for you. You have a very simple tax situation. If you're just if you're a single person with a W-2 job and a few assets, filing your taxes on your own is simple, and you can definitely handle it on your own. You have the fortitude to sort through your documents. If you have basic understanding of how taxes work and really don't mind wading through paperwork, preparing your own return might not be much of a challenge for you. If you decide to do your own taxes, you might opt for free or paid tax software to streamline the process. And we have a plethora of resources on tax software. I promise, it is a plethora at thecollegeinvestor.com. All right, next we move on to should you pay to have your tax prep fees taken out of your tax return? So after deciding if you want to work with a tax pro or not, the next step is to determine how you're going to pay for it. Some tax prep services require you to pay up front. Others will just send you a bill after finalizing your returns. Still, others offer an option to pay for your tax prep with a portion of your tax refund, if you have one. Sometimes I don't. Actually, I never do. But that's because I have my own business and it's all weird. Anyway, the right method of payment varies based on your situation, of course, but if you want to keep things simple, choosing to have your tax prep company take the funds due out of your tax return is a really straightforward option. You're not going to have to worry about saving up to pay for an expensive fee. Instead, you'll just pay the bill and receive a smaller tax refund check. No big deal. If you want to pay with your refund, fewer companies actually offer this option. Make sure to shop around to determine which company offers the most affordable rate for the services you require. If you got to pay significantly more to work with a particular company, probably not going to be worth the extra expense, just for a little more convenience, you know? So where can you pay for tax prep services with your refund? If you want to pay for your tax prep services directly from your refund, the Santa Barbara Tax Products Group, SBTPG, rolls right off the tongue, by the way, offers a streamlined option. So here's the whole process of paying with your refund and how it works with SBTPG. Choose to pay by refund. Let the company know you want to pay for your tax prep services with your refund. And then additionally, you'll decide where to direct the remainder of your refund amount. Preferably your bank account, I would think. File your tax return. Then after your tax return is finalized, you can file it. The documents will include SBTPG's information, which means the IRS will send them your refund. Receive the refund. That's the best part. SBTPG will receive your refund and withhold your tax prep fees. From there, the rest of the funds are going to be deposited into your bank account, probably, but you might get a check as well, depending on what you want to do. The bottom line, overall, opting to have your tax prep services paid out of your refund provides kind of a streamlined approach to cover your tax prep bill. The convenience of this service is worthwhile for a whole lot of people, but it's generally not a good idea to pay significantly more for tax prep services just for the express purpose of paying with your refund. Do your homework, dive in a little bit deeper into this article and a whole lot more in case you want to check out what it would be like to do it yourself and do a DIY approach with a tax prep service or software. You can take a look at all kinds of cool stuff at thecollegeinvestor.com. You have questions, you want to find out more, please just drop us a line all over social media. We're pretty much anywhere you are. Just search for The College Investor and you'll find us. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.